Hello, my name is Nate Golden. I'm a 2017 core member representing the Maryland Child Alliance. We're an advocacy organization fighting to reduce and eventually eliminate child poverty across the state of Maryland and beyond. I want to tell you a little bit about the work we've already been doing. We are becoming the known experts on anti-poverty legislation across the state. Anti-poverty legislation is something I've studied for years, and people are really starting to respect our expertise. Most recently, we met with the Maryland Center of Economic Policy. They're probably the people who were known as the experts before us, but we were able to analyze the Maryland tax system in a way they had not previously done, and we were able actually to surprise them, showing them how inefficient our current system is. Right now, we totally miss families at the bottom at the federal level because of these phase-ins for our child tax and earned income tax credit. But by matching the earned income tax credit in a really weird way, we do the same thing at the federal level. You can see on these charts you're not eligible for the full credit until you've made enough money. So the poorest, most vulnerable families do not get any help from the state of Maryland. We're trying to fix that. We've met with dozens of legislators in Annapolis. We've met with the Westmore campaign. They reached back out to us recently to get help developing their own child tax credit legislation. We're really excited that we've been able to just show, hey, we've studied this. If you want to address child poverty, come to us and we can help out. We've been developing a website with just an abundant amount of resources. I mean, I don't have time to go through all of these. I think the most exciting is our child benefit dashboard, where you can model different child benefit policies and see their impact across the state. $200 a month cuts child poverty by over a third, lifts 56,000 kids out of poverty. You can also see the impact by county or state legislative district. This has really helped in my meetings with legislators. We show them this data. There's tons of data down in this table. Hey, this is how these policies will impact your district and your constituents. They love that. I think we're the only ones across the state with that kind of granular data. We've expanded our team. We have a bunch of TFA people, me, Emily Yu, Reggie Benbow, all TFA alum, and have helped a lot. We have mapped all the empirical research. I can't point to all of this. I guess I'll just really quickly point that we have a blog that has a ton of information if you want to read. And we've published 3 opinion pieces across statewide newspapers to really advocate on this issue. And so, yeah, we're meeting with important people. We're creating important tools. We are in organizing affected families. We've been showing up at events, getting families together, and talking to parents and impacted people on this issue. So that's what we've been doing. But our next step is that we need to address this issue ASAP. When we first got into this advocacy, people say this is a great idea, maybe in 5 years. We've already shifted that window. There's a possibility next session. We've met with leaders across the state. And there's possibility next session to do something to address child poverty. We need to get that across the finish line. We need to expand our organizing efforts to different parts of the state. We've been mostly focused in Baltimore. We want to develop a local policy advocacy wing. We think there's money that could be spent on reducing child poverty at the local level in Baltimore. And we want to create a 501c3 side. We've talked to a lot of families. We had a survey with hundreds of parents who are not getting the results or not getting the benefits and credits they're already entitled to. And so we want to create tools that help get them connected to that. And these next steps kind of bring me to our funding and our budget requests. We're requesting $6,000. And so here's a little bit of how we think it would break down. We're hosting an event in the future where we partnered with the University of Baltimore Law School. And so that'll be an event where we get all the key stakeholders in a room. They hear from experts and parents about how this issue is impacting our communities. And we just want to make sure that event is as smooth as possible. It costs a little bit of money to run those types of events, as TFA knows. We need an organizing budget. We need to expand more out of Baltimore, get more families involved in our efforts. That costs money. Reggie Benbow who's another TFA alum, is going to really help with those efforts. We want to expand our impact on the 501c3 side. While we are, advocating for policy, we also want to help connect families with the money they already are entitled to. We want to partner with Policy Engine to build a calculator where families can hop in, punch in their information, and it'll spit out what credits and benefits they're already entitled to. If they're not getting them, they can reach out to us for help. And then just a general budget. I've already spent thousands of dollars running this organization. We could just use a little bit of a cushion. It's an issue I really believe in, but we could use a little bit of help. I know I talked really fast, but I wanted to hit the 5-minute mark. Reach out with any questions and we will